Once you are seated, namaste and welcome to Yoga with Priyanka. Please close your eyes for a few seconds. And take this time to perhaps notice from your crossed ankles or your feet and toes working up to your knees, thighs, tailbone region. Remember, you can always sit on a cushion if that's more comfortable or in whatever posture is comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. But for the purposes of this moment, bring your awareness to your tailbone. So ruby red Muladhara Chakra. About half an inch above that, we've got the second energy center, Svadhisthana, and I like to think of it as a saffronic orange. On the stone front, an amber. The third chakra, Manipura, is like the golden sun. And these are the three lower chakras, the base chakras. Stability, creativity, ego. Then we have Anahata chakra, which is heart, chest, green, emerald. Turquoise, throat, communication. Lapis lazuli, indigo, intuition. And then crown, which typically most people like to refer to this as violet. I prefer to follow the lineage which looks at it as being white for purity and bliss. But if you'd like to visualize violet, that's also going to work for you. So out of the 7 chakras, by the way, there are 114 of them, out of the 7 chakras, I'd like to invite you to pick the one that resonates with you the most and connect that to your breath. You can also, if you want, set your intention for today's practice. Now, part of what you wanted to get out of today's yoga is kind of like an intention, but if you'd like to really make a different intention, I'd like to give you a few breaths or a few moments to just set that up. And remember, any pose that is a little challenging or you don't feel like doing or your body doesn't feel like doing, feel free to drop down into child's pose. Please don't force yourself to do anything. And just taking this last minute to visualize how you are sitting in this moment. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, and giving yourself this next hour of self-care. Okay, breathing in the healing color that you've attached or connected to your breath. Exhaling any tension, tightness, anxiety. And usually, typically, this is in the form of a gray smoke. when you're ready, we'll roll over onto all fours, starting with the cat and the cow, Bitalasana and Marjariasana. Knees apart, palms flat. Just exhale, rounding your back, releasing tension, feeling that lovely upper body stretch. And inhale, opening your chest, arching down. And then when you're done with 4, no rush, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. Little bit of pedaling. Waking up the hamstrings, and if you've already been awake for a few hours, like some people, then just feel the warmth of the hamstrings and how much more flexible, supple, and pliant. And then walking to the front of your mat, feet are together, grounding into your root stability. Legs are straight, knees are soft. And then bending your knees, please unroll vertebrae by vertebrae. Till you come to a standing position. So this is known as Samastiti in Mysore Ashtanga and Tadasana Mountain in other forms of yoga. So just grounding in. Samastiti is equal balance. So are you truly balanced equally on both your feet? Can I invite you to say the following affirmation either out loud or in your mind? I am rooted in my body. And when you're ready, bring your palms in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, visualizing the rippling of all the energy centers. I like to think of them as glittering stones, energetic stones. And then inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to full forward fold. Inhale, take your right leg back to high lunge, left leg into plank. Exhale, knee chest chin to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then we're going to start with crescent Anjaneyasana Asana. So bring your right leg forward, lower your left knee, point the toe behind or keep it tucked in. Sweep your arms up on an inhale into crescent. So this is the moon salutation. Taking a second to maybe thank the moon. We spend a lot of time thanking the sun. And then on your next exhale, place your palms down in line with your toes. Tuck your left toes in, lift the knee off the mat. And then inhale, lift the right arm up, coming into the twisted, extended triangle. On your next exhale, bring your right hand down, lower your left knee, and then start to straighten the right leg, coming into half monkey, or rather half split, which is Ardha Hanumanasana. And then exhale, bring your chest closer to your leg. You might feel the stretch under your knee or your thigh. So be gentle with that. Make sure your knee is okay with the weight that we're putting on it. And then once again, we're going to come into the twisted variation. So left hand flat on the mat, or if you have a block or a book, you can use that. And then lift the right arm up. And notice how that stretch becomes really intense. So we're doing the twisted half split. And then exhale, bring the right hand down, bend your knee again. Okay. Replace your hands in line with your toes, lift your knee off the mat. Inhale, take your right leg to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Stay here for a second. So you're coming into cobra, and this is your heart chakra. And then on your next exhale, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. This time, after a breath, please notice where the breath is, chest or belly, in downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left leg forward, lower your right knee, come into crescent. Please always adjust if something doesn't feel right. Notice where your gaze or your drishti is. And then gently exhale, bring your palms down. This time, we're going to lift the right knee off the mat and lift the left arm up. Beautiful. Breathe. Notice how the weight distributes on your right hand. So if you're on the back of your palm, see if you can readjust it so that you're using the entire hand in totality. And now we're going to exhale, bring the left hand down, lower the right knee, and as you straighten your left leg, walk your hands closer to your knee, and then exhale, bring your chest closer to your thigh. Breathing into that stretch. And then when you're ready, readjust your right hand. This time, lifting your left hand again. Coming into the Parivritta Ardha Hanumanasana. And then gently exhale down, walk your legs back into crescent. Sweeping your arms up for one breath. Chest is open. And then exhale back down. Inhale, taking your left leg back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale, cobra, keeping the lower back safe. Next exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips again. Then we're going to inhale, step the right leg into warrior two, Virabhadasana, turn the left foot flat. Once you're grounded, circle your left arm, bring the right. So you're not just grounded, but you're also kind of opening the hips. The chest is open. So we're really tapping into each part of our chakra or each element of the chakras in most of the poses that we're doing. Notice if you're waiting for the next thing that we're going to do, or just enjoying this pose in the way that you are on your mat. And then I'm going to invite you to turn the right palm facing up, open to receiving. Left palm faces down, to let go. Coming into reverse warrior, so lifting your right arm up. Left can be on the thigh or on the small of your back. Inhale back to Virabhadasana. Okay, now here's where it's going to get a little bit fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the right hand, bring it down to the right foot, but you're going to take the right hand underneath. Yep. Take your left arm and bind from behind. Keep the chest open, looking straight ahead, rather than down at the ground. And then we're going to release. Bring the palms down next to your feet. Turn your left foot, come down into lizard. So take your right leg off to the right side. Bend your elbows, coming into Uttan Pristhasana, hip opening pose. Taking a deep breath. And now I invite you to repeat in your mind or say out loud, I am passionate about life. I am passionate about life. Focusing on the Svadhisthana chakra. And then when you're ready, straighten your arms, take your right leg back so that you're on your knees, bend your elbows coming into, placing your chin on the mat, and then inhale into baby cobra. Taking a deep breath or two over here. Feeling the sensations throughout your body. On your next exhale, tuck your toes, coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then we're going to inhale, step the left leg into Virabhadasana. Root and ground yourself. Back straight, chest open, feet grounded. Eyes open or closed. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you, letting it go back into the earth. And then turning your left palm so that it's facing up, right is still down, open to receiving and yet also still letting go. So we can also let go of things like judgment, criticism, toxicity in our life, whatever. Exhale to reverse warrior. Gently arching back, head and neck comfortable. Feel the sensations on the thighs as they start to build the longer we hold the warrior two stance. Then inhaling back to warrior two for 1 second. This time bring your left hand down to the ground. Taking the left hand under your thigh. Please feel free to unmute and ask any questions if you need. And then binding from behind. This is a little intense. You are welcome to drop the knee down, but then you'd have to rotate your foot, which is doable. And releasing this mind, bring both the feet in line with the left foot. Rotate your right foot, lower your knee, take the left foot off to one side, coming into lizard. So if you want to take your right knee a little further back also, please do. And once you settle into lizard, I invite you to say the following affirmation again out loud or in your mind. I am joy, spontaneity, and creative. Or you can say, I am joy, spontaneous, and creativity. Focusing on the second chakra. Noticing breath. And then when you're ready, straighten the arms. Inhale, take your left leg so that you're on your knees. Readjust the palms. Exhale down to chin on the ground. Inhale to cobra. Staying here for a breath, really savoring sensations. On your next exhale, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up into three-legged dog. Exhale to pigeon, right foot or right thigh on the side of the mat, right knee next to right palm. So if you have a bolster or a block, you can always place it under the thigh. And then we're going to bring the palms into prayer position. This time we're going to exhale to the right. Okay, so we're going to come into a very gentle twist. Bringing the awareness to the Manipura chakra with the affirmation, I am strength and courage. Allowing this golden healing energy to traverse throughout your body. I am strength and courage. Then when you're ready, inhale, lift up, coming into the heart center, chest region, Anahata chakra. I am filled with gratitude for the abundance in my life. I am filled with gratitude for the abundance in my life. And then readjust your right, circle your left, bend your knee, grab a hold of your foot in whatever way is comfortable. Please be gentle. And then releasing your leg at the back, inhale back to center. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale left leg into three-legged dog. Tripado Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to Kapotasana. Left knee next to left palm on the possibly on the side of your left thigh. Keeping the chest open for a few breaths. This time prayer position again. Exhaling to the left. So Manipura chakra represents not just ego but self-esteem, feelings of self-worth. How stubborn we might be, or how we might be able to flow with decisions with a discerning eye. So I invite you to say the affirmation, I flow. I am flowing. And then when you're ready, inhale back to center. Palms on the mat. Readjust the left hand, circle your right. Grab a hold of your foot at the back. Holding only for 3 breath counts. Okay, and then releasing your leg at the back, inhale back to center. Again, opening into the chest. Bringing the awareness to your heart center, emerald green. I am love. With no D at the end of it, so I am love. And when you're ready, exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, slide into plank, exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Once your chin is on the ground, untuck your toes, bring your arms alongside your body, and inhale, lift up into Shalabhasana, locust. Breathe. And then gently exhale down. Staying here for a breath, just allowing the spine to kind of just come back into a more straightened position. And then when you're ready, palms underneath, exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to have some fun here. So on your next inhale, we're going to step the right leg into the front of the mat or onto the front of the mat, but we're going to transition into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So keep your block ready. So you're going to basically lift the left leg up, walk your hands so that they're positioned so that you're comfortable. Palms flat. Take your time in lifting up your arm and turning your head. Beautiful. Lower your left arm, lower your left leg. Grounding into your left foot now, lift up the right foot. Remember to keep the knees soft, readjust your left hand so that you are supported. Lifting up the right arm. Lower your right arm, bring your right leg back down, grounding into your feet, and then inhale to half forward fold, exhale back to full forward fold, and then inhale, sweep your arms up to Mountain Tadasana, prayer position in front of your heart. Feel the rippling of your entire body sensations. Samastiti, palms by your side. Then shake out your body. All right. Hope that was okay for you guys. Okay. So here what I'd like to do is please take a seat. So now we're going to go into a little bit more of a relaxed mode. Rolling over onto the back of your mat. So bend your knees as if you're going to do bridge. Okay. Inhale, stretch the right leg out and then grab a hold of either the calf muscle or the thigh. See what works for you. Keeping legs straight, knees soft. Check to make sure that the hip is on the mat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the left leg and straighten it, but you don't have to do that. See what works for your body. And then lower your right leg to the right side as far as you comfortably can. Left arm is stretched out. So yeah, you can hook a strap into the sole of your foot to help you do that. So you're hooking it from the top and then exhale back down. Beautiful. And so this is a Mysore Ashtanga pose, which is commonly done standing up, Padangushtasana. So we're doing the reclined version of it, which is Supta Padangushtasana. Okay, and then when you're ready, inhale, straighten the leg back up over your head, bend the knee, giving it a little mini hug. Fingers on your shin. And then if you want, bring your chest up, chin to knee, and lift your left leg up. Making sure that this is okay for your neck. And relax back down. And that pose that we just did is one of those wind relieving poses. It's quite funny. So once again, you are welcome to bend the knees, stretch the left leg out, lift it up. Try to not lift up your hips. Keep your chin slightly tucked in because there's a tendency to kind of tilt the head. And then either with the right knee bent or straightening your leg, see what works for your body. Okay. And then lower your left leg to the left side. Right arm is stretched out shoulder height. Knees are soft on both fronts. Okay, remember your leg may or may not come fully down. So here our focus is not on bringing the leg down to the ground, but really just enjoying that stretch. And when you're ready, inhale, lift your leg back up, bending the knee, giving yourself a mini hug to release a little tension. And then on your exhale, bringing the chin to the knee, and then lifting your right leg slightly off the mat. So this is actually called Pavan Muktasana, wind relieving or releasing pose. And then relax back down. Okay, please stretch your legs, shake them if you need to. And then we're going to do bridge. Palms are next to your body, or if you want, I like to kind of keep them out to the sides and then lift the hips up. So I'm doing bridge as a way to represent the Vishuddha Chakra, communication. And once you're in bridge, I know the primary pose is the heart, but once the chin is tucked in to your throat, because of the nature of the pose, you can kind of visualize the throat also, the throat chakra being a secondary aspect of the pose. And I invite you to say the following affirmation. I express. I express. I speak my truth. I speak my truth. Gently exhale vertebrae by vertebrae back down. Relaxing in Shavasana. And then I invite you to do the B breath, where you're inhaling, and on your exhale, you make a humming noise. We'll do 3 of these. When you make your humming noise, I'd like to invite you to focus on your third eye, intuition. So whenever you're ready, notice the third eye. Sensations. Any heat or coolness on the body or around your body. Does your body feel heavy or light? And with each part of your body resting on the mat, I'd like to invite you for the Ajna Chakra, lapis lazuli, to say the following affirmation and to feel it. I am connected. I am connected. And then finally, bringing your awareness to the crown of your head, where the Sahasrara Chakra resides. that moment of bliss. And visualize a white healing energy releasing from the crown of your head and moving and flowing all the way down the length of your body to your toes, like wrapping you in a cocoon of bliss. Visualize it bathing you from the top of your head down from your face to your chest, to your thighs, coating the shins, ankles, feet, to the soles of your feet, wrapping the heels, calf muscles, the backs of your thighs, the buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, the length of your arms, and then finally the back of your neck, all the way up the back of your head to the crown. Saying out loud or in your mind, I am bliss. I am equanimity. Keeping your focus on the crown of your head, I am bliss. I am equanimity. Inhale deeply. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing the energy and the awareness back to your body. Interlock your fingers behind your head, or just give yourself a lovely stretch. Feel all the tension releasing throughout your body. And then when you're ready, roll over to your right. Coming to a cross-legged seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Savoring this moment of nowhere to go, still and nothing to do, but just visualizing the length of your spine and taking a moment to thank the energy centers for balancing, for healing. Gently rubbing your palms together, making them warm. Cupping them over your eyes. Thanking your body for today's practice. Namaste.